Osteoporosis is estimated to affect 200 million women worldwide. Here to discuss how to keep your bones healthy is Dr. Jenny from Age Vital Pharmacy. This is so important for women of
all ages.
All ages.
All ages.
Okay, what is it, and can we avoid it?
Yeah, absolutely. It's 100% preventable, and half of the pharmaceutical drugs out there, Nancy, that are available make it worse and don't prevent and reverse. It just kind of like makes it pause, where it's, well, how do you get to the root cause of it? And I think of bones kind of like your highway and the concrete and the roads. You know how we have to have all of these different engineers and construction workers constantly fixing our roads? Well, that's kind of like the bones in our society, yeah. Right? But our bones are the same way. We're constantly having little dings and wear and tear in our concrete throughout our whole entire system, and then you have all these little porous holes that happen, and what happens is you lose density because of the weather and because of, you know, too much walking and too much exercising. And then there's, of course, age, and I'm using the highways as an example, but it really is like that. Sure. So we need to make sure that we have supplements, and we go in there and we have those construction workers in there doing and repairing our bone structure. So that's really what it is. And it's as simple as taking certain types of nutrients and looking at different types of hormone levels. So the #1 hormone that I tell people to always look, especially women, and I've had osteoporosis before, which is considered osteopenia. That's what you call it, where your bone density is less than -2.0, and mine was at a -1.3. Anything above the negative, you want to be in the positive. You want to be like a +2 or +2.5 when you're doing a bone density. And I tell women, this is something you want to test for every 6 months to a year.
Really?
Twice a year, yeah, because you just don't know. And if you're not working out and challenging your bones to make sure that they're getting stronger and exercising them, then you need to have a bone density scan.
Really?
Yeah, every 6 months to a year.
Your doctor won't recommend that.
No, but you have facilities. You have functional integrative facilities, and they have devices where, you know, they can check the bone density via the finger, or they have the little, you know, the health fairs, like the Southern Women's Show. I always go to that and take advantage of those shows because they have the big tanks where you put your feet in there and then it squeezes your ankle and it measures your bone density from there. And they even have machines that will, you know, squeeze certain portions of your hip, and you can test. You don't have to go into a gigantic machine to look at your overall. I mean, if your bones are thinning in your fingers, something else is happening, you know, systemically. So look at testosterone levels. That's the big one. And me having 4 children, I have 4 kids. Every single one of those children, they suck you dry. They take everything from you, you know? It's just like the vitamin D, they're taking your magnesium and your calcium, and these are all nutrients that nourish your bones. And they take away your testosterone. So my bone density, every time I have a child, I have osteopenia. So I have to spend 3 to 6 months reviving and rebuilding my skeletal system. Otherwise, I can break a hip. You know, I do, and I feel fragile. And then I tell women, you know, check vitamin D3 levels. Women are at more risk of having osteoporosis than men. And the reason being is because our levels of testosterone aren't quite as high. They have all this manly testosterone that works for them. We have all of this estrogen that, you know, too much of it works against us. So
how do you test for vitamin D?
So vitamin D you do through blood serum. You can go to your doctor's office. They do the blood serum. You know, they do it in their office. Age Vital. We sell the kits. We sell a kit, and then you go to a draw center. I mean, you're going to a company like any lab test or Quest or LabCorp, and then they do the draw. And it's not that expensive. You're talking about like $100 panel, depending, you know, on how many markers. I say vitamin D3, vitamin K2. They kind of go together. And then once those levels come back, you can supplement. But if you get measured, you have a bone density, you know, test that says you're low, I have supplements that I go to.
So what are they?
I created this one, and this one's my best seller. Women, children, we have walking vampires out there. Everybody's deficient in vitamin D3. So if they're deficient in it, you know their bone density is low. This is like a spray, a liposomal spray. They spray it underneath their mouth, and it gives them their daily dose of vitamin D3 with K2. And if a vitamin D3 supplement does not have the K2, you might as well throw your supplement away, because the K2 is what actually helps the vitamin D3 to get into the bones, and it helps you absorb your magnesium. So that's the next supplement,
Okay.
making sure that your magnesium gets into your bones. So this supplement, I recommend people take this right before you go to bed. It's very calming, it's soothing, helps you rest and digest. It's a natural, you know, what do you call it? Helps you to go number 2. And a lot of people, we could talk about that in another segment.
Okay.
But who doesn't want to, you know, go? So you lose weight while you're taking this, but your bones are getting stronger and you get more energy. Magnesium has so many different things that, you know, it benefits the body. And then here's the Amino Pro. This helps, amino acids, those are the building blocks to everything. Helps strengthen cartilage and muscular system. So I take 2 to 3 of these every single day. And you can look at amino acid levels as well. You can look at a complete nutritional panel. And then once you have all of that, your bones are healthier and your immune system's stronger.
Lifestyle changes.
Yeah, lifestyle changes.
Yep.
And there's certain types of foods. I tell people, start exercising more. Go and do, don't try to go and be a, you know, a pro Olympian,
Right.
but go out, do some Pilates, do some yoga, go do
Yoga's
some
wonderful.
synchronized
Yeah.
swimming. You know, I go just for brisk walks with my children for an hour, and an hour just doing 3 miles and an hour walking. That's a lot of fun. It's fun for me and it's fun for the children.
And it's healthy and good for your bones.
Right, good for your bones, absolutely.
Thank you, doctor. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
All
We'll
right.
see you next week.
Esther Holt with Star Financial Solutions is back with us, so don't go away.